All right, we are live in with Miss Leidaly Rivera of just graduated from Olympic Heights, two-time FHSAA state wrestling champ here in Florida. Another one of our Florida girl uh, big-time wrestlers here. She'll be going off to college in the fall at Limestone over in South Carolina. Well, welcome to the show. Do I say that right? Leidaly? Did I say that right?
Leidaly.
Leidaly. Okay.
Yes.
I should have practiced that before I
Yeah.
came on. No? Well, I do appreciate you coming on. So what has the off season been like for you right now with everything that's going on? How have you kept yourself in shape, kept yourself prepared, and keeping yourself ready for the next level?
Well, I definitely go on runs. Like running is a big part of it. Staying in shape, getting your endurance up. Sprints, working wind sprints. Get a lot of cardio, a lot of lifting weights. Don't have like gym weights, but I have dumbbells. Do a lot with that. A lot of abs, just eating healthy, just keeping the diet clean. I get a little dessert here and there, but just stuff that feels good, I guess. What makes me feel good. So that's kind of how I'm keeping myself in right now.
Nice. So you've been wrestling for 3 years, you said, so since you were a sophomore?
Yep.
And did you do any sort of, what did you do as an athlete prior to that?
Well, freshman year, I didn't do anything. So like I was kind of just I had Coach Mears wanting me on the team and I was like, I'm not sure. And then I broke my arm.
Oh,
So
geez.
I wouldn't be able to wrestle anyways. And then the next year, my brother wanted to join wrestling. So he wasn't allowed to because he was a senior at the time. So Coach Mears was like, if you could get your sister on the team, I'll let you wrestle. So I was like, okay, it's my brother. I went in the room and my heart just found its place. Like I fell in love with it and it's here I am.
Had you had any sort of martial arts background, anything at all, or just found the room, huh?
Yep, just found it. It was like a sign calling me. Felt good.
And then you go on and win 2 state championships.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good. I think it was meant for you.
Yeah, it feels meant for me. Feels
And
good.
now you're going off to college,
Yep.
going off to Limestone. So, I mean, talk about how important wrestling has been in your life. I mean, how would it have been if you weren't talked into finding that room?
Well, wrestling has been a big impact on my life. Like it feels like home. It feels like a second home to me. I could go in that room and it just the environment of it, just the feeling it brings you, the happiness and just makes your heart glow. Like it feels so good. And just getting to like I don't know, I got a lot of anger. I get mad fast sometimes. So just getting to get on the mat and let all my steam go and just blow it all off in the mat, just it feels great. And like without wrestling, like I probably wouldn't even be going to college. I never thought about college. I never thought about like what I would do after high school. And then there it is. And now I'm continuing my academic and athletic career in college. So
Again, why it is so important to sanction girls wrestling.
it's really important. Like we want to have the opportunity to have a district and a region and to show how hard we've been working to get to that state tournament, to be able to wrestle in a big arena and prove everyone wrong for always calling girls weak, always saying we can't do this, can't do that. So for us to prove them wrong and show like we're strong, we got girl power. It's really important.
And the college opportunities are not bad.
No, they're great college opportunities.
That's amazing. So, talk about some of your favorite moments while being on the wrestling mat. Maybe some of your favorite tournaments, your favorite wrestler to compete against, what your coaches have meant to you. I mean, all sorts of stuff.
Um, So favorite moment was definitely winning states the first year. It was like, wow, like I really did it. I did this. And like as soon as that happened, like my whole perspective of wrestling changed at that moment. It's like I finished this goal I had set, and now it's time to go make a bigger goal, go complete a bigger goal. So we started going to these national tournaments. Like I went to Oklahoma, I went to North Dakota, and it's like wow, like I'm traveling right now. Like it's crazy. And my favorite wrestler to like wrestle against is Caro. Caro. Like I'm sorry, I don't know how to say her name too good. But she's always been like a really good match. Like it's a match I'm always excited to have. And like me and her are really good friends, and she's taught me a lot of stuff. We're practice partners sometimes, so it always feels good to wrestle her. So and my coach is really big part of it. Really big supporters, really big influencers. They're especially Coach JC, Coach John Chuck. He's always there. He's always in my corner. He's always giving me those pep talks I need before I go on the mat. So, yeah, big part. The big part.
Luis Bellon. It's Caro. I'm here. She's here. Caroline.
She's
She's on your Luis Bellon. She says, "It's Caro. I'm here."
oh,
Hey.
hey.
She's watching. That's awesome, man. So you've really created a great bond with all these girls, and I'm sure a lot of boy wrestlers too.
Yeah, I have a lot of boy wrestlers that are friends, little freshmen, throw them around, you know.
So did your brother end up doing it as well and sticking with it, or just you?
He did it for like a week and then he left. So I was kind of in the room, but I kept going and it was really fun. So
that's cool. So what would you tell little girls out there that are trying to find a way, maybe a sport to choose? They're at that age. What would you say to them about wrestling, about choosing this sport? Maybe because they're afraid of being called like a muscle girl. You know, all the
yeah.
right?
We all been through that. I would tell them, I would talk to them, I'd be like, look, like sport's not meant for everyone. But you have to try out a sport to know if you love it or you don't love it. So like I would encourage them to try. I would tell them like it gets you fit, it disciplines you, it shows you a whole nother side of the world you never knew about. It just shows you different aspects of life that you were like, whoa, never seen that there. Or it's just great. I don't know, like I would just encourage them. I'd be like, look, go wrestle, do it. Like you won't regret it. And if you do, you could punch me or something. I don't know. I'd make sure that they feel comfortable. Like I would take them to a practice and I would be right there by their side and be like, look, if you like it, like I'm right here. Like just be comfortable. Make sure you're comfortable with what you're doing.
Now, were you somebody that already had kind of a lot of confidence in themselves or high self-esteem, or has wrestling helped create that or helped build that up?
Wrestling helped build that up. I was always insecure about myself. I never felt like good about myself before I started wrestling. I felt like a nobody at some points in times, and I was like, oh, I just want to graduate. I just want to get out of here. And then I don't know. I never felt comfortable wearing shorts. I never felt comfortable going to the beach. And now I feel great. I'm like, whoa, let's do this. So wrestling definitely boosted up my confidence up here.
That's awesome. So did your parents buy in at first, or did it take time for your parents to be like, oh my God, my little girl is wrestling, she's getting thrown around, putting in headlock?
Yeah, it took time, especially my mom. Like when I first told her about it, I was like, Mom, like I want to try wrestling. And she's like, no, all the sweat and all the ringworm. And at that point I was like, wow, that's true. It's a good point. All the sweaty guys. And I was like, That's a good point. And then I kept, like, me and my brother at the time were sitting in the practicing room watching the guys wrestle, and I kept asking, like, Mom, I'm gonna do it. That whole point I was just like, I'm like, Mom, I'm doing it. And then I finished my first day of practice. I'm like, it's pretty good. I like it. And she started getting more into it, became a wrestling mom. And my dad has always influenced me to do it. He's like, look, you got to defend yourself. And I was like, okay.
It's
He was
amazing.
the cop at the time. So
Oh, good. My father was a policeman for
it's awesome.
30 years. So he's down in
Ooh.
the Keys now hanging out. So what are your goals from here? I know that you got accepted to college. You're going to go to Limestone. And obviously short-term goals are wrestle and do your thing and get your education. And then what are your long-term goals?
Long-term goals, I want to go to college for 6 years to get my doctorate degree in sports medicine.
Nice.
And I want to start training for worlds. I want to start getting into places and practices to get me to the Olympics, the Olympic trials.
Good for
And I
you.
want to start working to that. That's the goal. The ultimate goal is the Olympics. And
Nice.
I know that if I keep working and I put my mind to it, I'll make it there.
Absolutely. You can achieve anything that you set your mind on.
Right.
Do you see yourself back in a wrestling room after that, maybe as a coach or a club coach, or maybe owning your own club? Is it something you'd like to bring back to the youth in your communities and things like that?
Yeah, like for sure. I wanna spread that experience I had. I wanna teach girls and just teach guys too. Like I need practice people to throw. I don't want to just keep throwing girls. But yeah, I want to definitely continue spreading that girls wrestling and letting them know you could do it. You could get to where you want to go. Just practice, 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 and just focus on your goals. Focus on what you've been working for, and I just want to continue spreading that positive energy to other people that may not have experienced that yet.
That makes sense. And also get your education so you have something to fall back on if when it's not if but when it's all said and done. Would you see yourself doing any sort of MMA after that or anything, or just getting done there and getting back into coaching and stuff?
Um, I never thought about MMA actually.
Yeah,
I watched.
my son's 14 and we were watching it and he's like, I don't know, man. You got to get punched in the face for that.
I know, right? It's like I don't want to get like all bruised up and then big black eye and then have to wait. I don't know how long, but I think I would just continue coaching.
So how is the Olympic Heights program? The coach in there, how important has he been in your life? And what kind of culture does he build in your wrestling room?
Well, first of all, Olympic Heights has great sports programs. Like the football team's good, cheerleading is a sport, yeah. It's good. Softball, baseball, really good. And just the wrestling team just blows everyone out the water. Like we're really good. Like the team's really good. We have a lot of diversity in the room, which is something that we love about it. Is we have every culture, every type of nationality inside that room, and that's something we love. And Coach Mears he's always in the room. He's always there. He's always there, and if someday he's not there, we know it's something important. We know he has to get stuff done. Coach JC's always in the room. You ask questions, they'll come help you. They like always ask questions, and they're there to help you always. Like
And
I don't.
how well do they keep you focused on academics and wrestling, together? How do they make sure that you understand both are as important as the other?
Well, if you have bad grades, Coach Mears will kick you out of practice that day, and he'll be like, "Get your grades up. Always get your grades up." And if you like don't have the grades that exceed to make it to go on the team, then like you won't be on the team. That's what kind of gets people keeping their grades up. They're always on top of us about grades, since he's also a PE teacher. So he's always there throughout the school day. He's always like, get your work done, get it done, finish your classes strong throughout the days. So he's always supporting us, and he said if you ever need help, we have a team of really smart, like, people good at math, good at English, good at Spanish, and he's also a history teacher. So he's good at history. So they're all always there to help. We're like a family. Like, we have that bond that a lot of people feel like they don't have.
That's awesome. Well, it sounds like you're going to be an amazing wrestler in the future, as well as you have been currently. It sounds like you're an amazing mentor to the young girls in the room, and probably the young boys too. It's refreshing to see. And just in your 3 years, how far have you seen girls wrestling come? And how much have you seen the girl tournaments grow? And what is going to be the one biggest advantage to getting girls wrestling sanctioned?
Well, I've seen girls wrestling grow a lot from joining the team the first year, having maybe like 2 girls on the team, and then joining the team the next year, having up to 6 and 7 girls, going to these tournaments. Like, we go to a lot of tournaments, like, every year, the same tournament. So when we went to, I think it was MacArthur, there weren't many girls there at all. And then the next time we went, there was like, whoa, this place is like packed right now. Like, girls you never seen before are here wrestling. And then of course you get to states, and it's the first year there was, I'm not sure how many girls, but it wasn't over 300. I'm not sure. But now this year, like, the numbers flew out of the water. It was like, wow, like, never seen so many girls just come together in one room like that. And looking at the brackets, of course, too, seeing like how many girls on your bracket compared to last year, it's like, whoa, okay, never seen her before, or I heard about her, and it definitely to get it sanctioned, it's showing that we are a growing sport, that we're gonna be a big sport, a big important part of the community of sports and wrestling. So
that's awesome. So let me ask you a question. Do you do folk style and freestyle?
yes.
Or which one do you prefer?
At first I preferred folk style. That was before I even knew what freestyle was. I was like, I like this, and then my coach started introducing me into freestyle, and I was like, okay, not bad. And then he's like, you could throw people. I was like, oh, okay. And
Love
then,
it.
yeah, so freestyle.
Now, at the next level in college, is it both, or is it just freestyle for you?
Just freestyle.
Yeah, because I had spoke to a coach the other day. So you prefer wearing headgear or no headgear?
Ooh. I recently started not wearing headgear, so no headgear.
Nice. Now, do you prefer going to like a live rumble or a clinic?
Ooh. Live rumble.
Like the scrap, right?
Yeah.
What do you think is more dominant, when you pin somebody or text somebody?
I feel like pinning is a great feeling. Yeah, pinning. Yeah.
What is are you Hispanic?
I am Hispanic, yes.
So where are you from?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, but I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rico. My wife and kids are Puerto Rican. They're from the island of Puerto Rico. I was going to ask you because I was going to say, do you prefer like Colombian coffee or Cuban coffee? But maybe like Puerto Rican coffee or
Cuban coffee.
You're in South Florida, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you like the cortadito or the colada? Did I do that right?
I think so. I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, like the little shots.
Yeah. They're like really sweet.
If you could just get one shot of that before you got on the mat, you'd probably go nuts, wouldn't you?
God, I'd go crazy. I'd be hopping all over the place. My energy would just be like. So.
I love that stuff, and I've been quarantined, so I haven't been able to go to the little Cuban cafe to have it. So I'm looking forward to that day when I feel like it's safe to go outside again.
Yeah, it doesn't feel safe right now, but soon. We'll be out soon.
Soon, I can't wait. Hey, so you prefer Popeyes or Chick-fil-A?
Oh, Chick-fil-A.
For sure, right?
Yeah.
Well, hey, I wish you all the best. I hope that I can follow you and see you wrestle at the next level. When you get to college, feel free to have the girls on here and hit me up. We can do it again. And
Sounds great.
I'm really excited to see young folks like yourself moving on, growing in the sport, and getting on the next level. So
thank you.
I do appreciate.
Thank you for this opportunity as well. Like, I don't think I ever really got interviewed like this one and another person. So it's a great experience, great new experience to have.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
you.
hey, send more people. Refer them
I
all.
will.
I'll talk to anyone.
I got you.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You too.